So many trends for 2026 weddings. One is the sculptural touch, something a little more dramatic. Line, emphasis, fabulous flowers. Let me show you how it's done. Creating in the sculptural look, Phalaenopsis orchids are fabulous. They'll give us that draping, that drama. But to keep it romantic and perfect for a wedding, adding garden roses, that really finishes it. We have two fabulous varieties from gardenrosesdirect.com. Eugenie, which opens so gorgeous, and Aurora Gardens, a newer variety to me, which has that beautiful cabbage rose shape as well. Blending them will be perfect. To begin, creating a nest of foliage. I'm thinking in an asymmetrical format. So bringing in some jasmine and myri. Immediately getting that diagonal line going. Coming back with a bit of Italian ruscus. Tucking it in. And then repeating so that you get that movement to the side. And then also coming up. Maybe even a little bit of umbrella fern. Tucking it in. Giving that soft movement so that you create a base that's going to support all your flowers. Now, one technique that I use frequently is to take a little bit of white, like the carnation, and tucking it in low to create a base layer that will support visually all the flowers as you start adding in. With the base established, you can come back and add your beautiful garden roses. The Aurora Garden coming out. Maybe doing a second one, tucked a little below to create that depth. Coming back with the Eugenie, a little more open. Determining where does it fit. You know, your arm's gonna go. It's like, maybe right over there. And then turning it and bringing in a few more. Another Aurora Garden. Turning. Another Eugenie. Finding the perfect spot. And another Aurora Garden. And then turning. And then wanting to add just a little bit of contrast. The white Tweedia, how beautiful is that? Just tucking it in. Gives that little bit of soft romance to the bouquet. Bring it out. Letting it. And then turning. And then continue adding roses and Tweedia until you're happy with the placement. As I finish, tucking in the Phalaenopsis, finding the perfect spot to slide it in to give that finished draping. And then adding in with just a little more foliage to balance off, creating that asymmetrical line. And maybe another rose or two for absolute perfect elegance. To secure it, using bind wire, wrapping above your hand, going around 2 to 3 times. You want it to be nice and snug to make sure that everything stays exactly where you want it. Then twisting that together and then cutting it down. I leave mine a little bit longer because you can always cut it again later, and that way you can set it down into water to hold. So I do at least 2 hand lengths, and then I start cutting and get ready to set it in a vessel. The recipe, I started with that foliage of nest. I used 3 stems of Italian ruscus, 2 of the umbrella fern, 5 of the myri, and 5 of the jasmine. Then to create a base level, I added in the white carnations. I used 7 of these. The garden roses, most important, I used 7 of the Eugenie and 7 of the Aurora Gardens. Then, to fill in for a little bit of texture, I used 9 stems of the white Tweedia. And for the drama, 1 stem of the Phalaenopsis orchids. The drama of wedding bouquets, almost sculptural, creating that diagonal movement. Oh, so on trend. You'll find more inspiration on our website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach us through there. But now it's your turn. What are you going to create that has that dramatic movement? Be sure to take a picture, post it on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.